Hey everyone, John here from testprepinsight.com, and today I'm going to be running down our list of the best online real estate schools for 2025. We've spent the last couple months purchasing, using, and reviewing a bunch of different real estate pre-licensing and exam prep courses, and now that we've had a chance to check each out, I want to share our thoughts on which ones we found to be actually worth it, so let's get to it. And by the way, since I'm just going to be covering the major highlights today, if you find you need some more detail at any point during this video, we also have a full written guide over on our website that has way more information. The quickest way to find that is probably just to Google Test Prep Insight, best online real estate schools. It's the quickest way to get there. Okay, so after checking out a bunch of different courses from a number of companies, there's clearly no one-size-fits-all approach to getting you ready to become a real estate agent. A lot of these prep providers take very different approaches to how they teach, and based on their differing strengths and methods, we actually think there are sort of specific use cases for some, which I'll talk about here in a minute. But at the end of the day, there was one course that we found to be the best overall. And that's the CE Shop. We just found this prep provider to check almost all of the boxes. But really, there are three big reasons why we like the CE Shop's course so much: diverse and engaging lessons, readiness assessments, and their affordability. So let's break these down in a little bit more detail. So the first thing that we really like about the CE Shop is their lessons. Like I said, these lessons are diverse and engaging, and they do a really good job of holding your attention. Unlike the lessons from a lot of other online real estate schools that we reviewed, which only offer one type of delivery format, either text, audio, or video, the CE Shop blends aspects of all three of these mediums into their lessons by including text-based explanations, animated videos, and interactive quizzes. It's actually pretty engaging because you never know what's next when you move to the next segment in a lesson. It just doesn't get stale. Overall, for us, this seemed to improve the learning experience and helps with material retention because you don't fall into any kind of dull or monotonous pattern. And then next, let's talk about their readiness assessments. And specifically, I want to highlight their exam checklist and performance reports, which I found to be super helpful. So after you complete your required pre-licensing course and you begin studying for your actual exams, the CE Shop provides you with a checklist to make sure you're not only organized, but they also give you reports that tell you whether you're ready to pass or not. How this works is you'll be prompted to complete various assessment exams, and based on the results of these, the program will assess your pass rate and readiness. Plus, these reports provide a clear, detailed breakdown of the topics and areas that you need to focus on moving forward. Now, this all provides several benefits. It keeps you organized and on track. The assessments are great, just practice work. You can adjust your study plan to make sure you're making progress and not wasting time. And you'll actually know when you're ready to take the actual exam. So this was a real standout feature of the course for us. And then the final thing that I want to talk about here as a highlight for them is their value. The CE Shop's pre-licensing courses and exam prep materials are actually pretty affordable relative to others. For example, just using Georgia as a random example, because prices do change based on states for all of these companies, the CE Shop's standard package costs around $300, while the comparable package from others can cost north of $500, so a pretty good margin. And on that point of value pricing that I just mentioned, before I move on, I do just want to note that on top of that lower price point, CE Shop is usually pretty good about running sales and special discounts, and you can usually find their course for 30% off, so make sure to check for discount codes. In fact, I'm going to do my best to keep the description down below the video screen updated with the most current discount codes and promo codes that I can find floating around out there, so make sure to check out that text down below. Usually you can save yourself at least 30% on this course if you end up going with them. And by the way, real quick, one last kicker with the CE Shop is that after you finish your course and pass your national and state exams, they have super cheap continuing education courses. After all, I mean, it's right in their name, the CE Shop, so do keep that in mind as well. It's kind of nice having everything under one profile with the same company. But anyway, that was our highest overall rated course that we found and used. Now, in terms of affordability, our pick for the best overall value, if that's what matters to you most, is going to be Aceable Agent. This course is a killer value, but it also wasn't just the price. They also offer some really unique and strong study materials that we liked. For one, the company offers a very good mobile app, which is pretty cool. Most other online real estate schools, including the CE Shop and Kaplan and Calibri, don't even offer a mobile app at all. So if you're busy and plan to complete lessons and study for your exams while you're doing the laundry or commuting to work or maybe waiting to pick up your kids from practice, then Aceable Agent is a great choice for that. They just make studying super convenient. Plus, just generally speaking, Aceable Agent is also great for mobile study and learning on the go because their lesson format is also audio-based, kind of similar to podcasts. That way you can just listen to their lessons while you're doing other stuff. Again, like driving or doing chores. And I actually like the narrator of the audio lessons. It's not like a typical AI robotic voice. It's a real human, and he does a good job of using tone, inflection, and humor to kind of keep you engaged with the lessons. So that is another very important feature of this course. Plus, like I said above, Aceable Agent's courses are also very affordable and they get our pick for straight value. Again, just using Georgia as an example, their standard course typically costs around $220 after discounts, which they're almost always running. So again, make sure to check below for those. Okay, so the next pre-licensing and exam prep course that I want to talk about is from Kaplan. This was, without a doubt, the most comprehensive package that we purchased and used. Kaplan gives you everything. The full pre-licensing course with all of your hours, live classes, on-demand video lessons, a question bank with hundreds of practice problems, mock exams, instructor support, workbooks, and more. It is just an ultra immersive and comprehensive package. But of all the features, I would say that the most important two are the video lessons and live classes. Now, the video lessons were the best we watched by a long shot, so visual learners take note of that. And the live classes were great as well. This was the only prep provider that we saw with live classes, short of using some local pre-licensing prep provider where you attend classes live on site at a convention center or something. But for live classes online though, we really like Kaplan's lessons and curriculum. Plus the Kaplan instructors were great. I was expecting some stodgy old professor type that simply read from a teleprompter in a monotone voice, but that definitely was not the case. The Kaplan instructors were energetic and had real-world experience, and they do a great job of making dull, tedious material pretty easy to understand. So bottom line, if you grasp and understand information best through guided instruction and visuals, then Kaplan's going to be a great match for your learning style. Plus, one other thing that I'd like to highlight with Kaplan is their custom quiz generator. So after you complete your necessary pre-licensing hours and you begin studying for your exams, Kaplan allows you to create your own practice question sets. You can control the topics, number of questions, type of questions, whether you want a timer to simulate exam conditions, and other parameters. That way you can really make improvements in the areas that you need additional practice, and I like this feature a lot. Now, if there is one downside to Kaplan, they are typically more expensive than the other course providers. Again, using Georgia as our example, this course costs $799. So again, it is not cheap, but this was by far and away the most comprehensive course and exam prep package that we reviewed. And then finally, the last company that I want to talk about today is Prep Agent. This is the company that you're going to want to use for pure exam prep. That's all they cover. If you've already completed your required pre-licensing education and have your hours, but you want some study materials to make sure you're good to go for test day, Prep Agent is perfect for that. They give you everything that you need to study, and they do it in a very efficient manner. This includes thousands of practice questions, animated videos, interactive flashcards, ebooks, vocabulary cheat sheets, and live online webinars. And the best part is that all of this is super cheap. You can literally get the whole exam prep bundle for less than $80. So bottom line, if you need some last minute help for exam prep only, then Prep Agent is the way we recommend going. But anyway, that's kind of it for this video, so let me wrap it up with some final thoughts. But actually, before I forget, I should just mention that since you're studying to become a real estate agent, we actually give away a free course every single month to one lucky person. It's really easy to enter. Just do the 3 simple things listed right here on screen. It'll take like 10 seconds, and hey, you never know, you could win yourself a totally free course. Okay, so my final verdict. Which pre-licensing course and exam prep bundle should you go with? Honestly, there's dozens of course providers out there these days, and some are even just state specific, but after using around 10 of these different companies, I think it's pretty simple. If you're looking for pure value, then go with Aceable Agent. They offer a cheap price tag and the materials are solid, especially for mobile learners. If you want or need solid on-demand video lessons and live online instruction, then check out Kaplan. They do cost more, but they're also the most robust course that we used. Or lastly, assuming you don't have some special use case, we would suggest just keeping it simple by going with the CE Shop. This was definitely the most well-rounded and cost-effective prep package that we found. With engaging video lessons, readiness assessments, and a nice price tag, it's the way that I would recommend going. But anyway, I hope this video was helpful and you learned a little something. If so, please return the favor by subscribing to our channel, and no matter what, best of luck in your prep journey.